are driving over to get a cheapy cabinet. I'm trying to finish out the inside of my express van. Lovely neighborhood. I see it. Let's go get it. You said I leave the money in the mailbox. Let's go and open one side of the van. Need a little bit of space, not much to load it in because it's a pretty tiny piece of furniture, really. Let's go give him this $15. Said please put it in the mailbox. Mailbox. There it is. Oh, it's so cute. Oh, wow. Like, that's perfect for the van. $15. Start the car. Like the IKEA commercial, right? Where she thinks she's stealing. She comes running out with her sale item to her husband that's waiting outside. She's like, start the car. Because she felt like she was stealing whatever it is. Oh, that's so cute, guys. Like, it's so good. Oh, it's perfect. $15? You're kidding me. Let's park you there. But it's not that heavy. Well, it's not that light either. Whoa, it'd be nice to have a man hand. But Ellie don't have no, man hands. I am the man hands. His car is parked pretty close together. Really don't know how I'm getting it between these cars, honestly. That seems to be the biggest issue right now. He's got two beautiful brand new cars and I'm shimming. I'll rub my nice clean pants on the car rather than scrape it with this wooden box. Whoa. I actually got it out of there. Okay. Let's shimmy walk up here. Oh, the van is open. Oh, this is so cute, man. There's a cabinet this lady has that's got the same kind of white thin plywood trim on it. If it's still available, it's been a couple weeks, I might go get it. It's a bit long though. Oh, but it would match this cabinet. Yeah. My back's killing me. How cute is that? Let's push it in. All right. It's going to be like that, is it? All right. So it has to go lengthwise. That's okay. Almost looks like little kids' miniature play sink cabinet. Wonder if I could make a kitchen cabinet. Hey, we could do that, right? Oh, yeah. Okay, it's in there. Oh, love it. That's perfect. $15. Like, I couldn't even buy the hardware for that. 2 piano hinges, knobs. Oh, so good. Oh, so good. Yeah. You know what? If I knock the top off of this and put one top straight across, I could have a sink out of that. Maybe that's the cabinet. I don't know. But that's pretty bang up awesome. It's turning out to be not too bad of a day at the end of the day, but I'll take it. It's about 3:30. It'll be dark in an hour, but nice little pink sky. No pouring rain. Super wet on the ground and then the air. But, you know, I'll take it over pouring rain or shoveling snow, right? All you people in the northern BC and out east, it's cold. So let's go look at this little cabinet. I spent the last hour. I have a 20-liter water jug in the front with a USB pump with a pail. And so I cleaned up this cabinet. I got this from a guy off Facebook Marketplace for $15, and he says it's a shoe cabinet. And it looked pretty lightly used. It was mostly pretty dirty on the top surface in these little crevices here. So I scrubbed it really good twice everywhere. And it's wood, so it's pretty porous. It's not finished, so it needs to dry out. I'm gonna turn on the SPAR heater and crank it up to like 30 in there and bake it. But it's nice and clean, so I will show you later what Ellie's gonna do with it. I have lived on Facebook Marketplace looking for cabinets for so long, and it's just not working out for me. Ooh, look at that bleed, hey? I made it a bit wet, and look at that. It suddenly stained that. Wonder if something was spilled on it. No matter, because you know what I got over there? You see it down there? I got a quarter sheet sander. So I'll just let this little clean cabinet dry off. At least it's not dirty and dusty anymore. Had a couple dog hairs underneath it because it came from a house with a dog, but it looks super lightly used. Oh, we're missing, yeah, so cute, $15. Probably paid $100 at some point for it. It's nice and light because it's pine. So maybe I'll stain it and put polyurethane on it, but it can't be stinking in my van through the winter. So must wait till a summer day and do it outside the van, and it can stink beside the van, or I'll throw it on top of the van like I did the deck boards, and it can stink up there for the night while I sleep inside, and then I'll bring it back in. But it's nice and clean. Cute, I tell you. $15 just blew my mind. I'm like, hey, I'll be right over. And luckily I was in the same town as the guy. I was 2 kilometers away, so I was there in 10 minutes. He said put cash in the mailbox and it'll be on the porch for you. I'm walking the dog. I'm like, perfect. So yeah, nice, right? Clicking little front. Yeah, I couldn't have made it better myself. Like, you know, it's nice to be able to make your own custom stuff for your van. I just don't have the ability. I'm out on the street and like, look at how wet the street is. I'm just really glad for a break in the clouds. Nice clean 1x6. So I had him make 3 cuts. This one here is my extra, so it doesn't count. So you can guess what we're gonna make out of 2 8-inch sections and 1 44-inch section. Hi, I'm Ellie. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to build out my express van a little bit inside. It's pouring rain pretty hard. It's a nice location to do it in. There's a nice church over there that's from 1880. That's the Milner Chapel. Anyways, it's raining pretty hard, so let's try and go inside. It's a little bit challenging to build a van out on the street. Oh, it's coming down pretty good. But I need to make a quick change. I picked up this little cheap cabinet off of Marketplace yesterday. I'd like to make it a bit of a pantry. So I'm gonna walk that wood around and we're going to modify something and create something here. Went to Home Depot today and got a 1x6 and had them do 3 cuts. 2 of those, 1 of these at 44 inches, and I have some simple brackets. I haven't charged my stuff in days, but seems to work so far. Got some 8x1 screws, nothing fancy. Right on. Let's get to it. So I think I could put it right at the end. I could put it right at the end. That would be fine. I almost put 3 legs on it, but I think if I edge it in a bit, it gives it more support. So I would think about that when you're building. Doesn't necessarily have to be right at that end. Maybe over time the wood will warp with something heavy on it. Don't really feel like making another leg and using more hardware, so I think I'm just going to use the 8 inches that it is as a spacer maybe, and I'm going to put a leg there just for argument's sake. That's where it's going. I didn't really get a pen, so I'm just going to literally blast all this in by hand. I'm not going to get too fancy with it. You know, maybe I will use both brackets on this. So that's what we're doing there. I'm attaching 2 brackets with a couple screws to each side so that it forms a leg on that plank. All right, so I'll show you one of 2. So we're doing 2 of these. So this is what we made. We're gonna make another one right here. All right. I think we got it. Honestly. 2 more screws, then we're gonna go around the other side and fit it. And then if you haven't figured it out already, what the plan is, then you will see. It will be evident with your eyes that that's what we did. It was $6 worth of stuff from Home Depot. So this little cabinet needed to move back, and it was gonna fall into that wheel well space, right? So let's see if this solves the problem, and we did some critical thinking. Beautiful church, right? Look at that. It's beautiful. Yeah, so, oh, it kind of stopped raining. So let's see. Let's see if Ellie had the right idea. If I didn't, I don't care. I will try something else later. But I measured how deep it was on the other side. So, it's actually too tall. Look at that. So that is supposed to be a step. And then I'm gonna bring the cabinet back this way, right? Right on. They look remotely the same. They don't have to be perfect. Yep. Let's put them back on. That is really good, and I'll just tighten all the screws up. Alright, so let's go try it. Ellie's excited. I mean, look at what we did in a park. Woo! Nobody's here. So let's go see if what was going on in my mind actually comes to fruition and works. We didn't the first time. We had to modify it, which was fine. Oh, it looks a bit high again, actually. Truthfully, it might work. So let's see. The whole idea is to have this cabinet in the back. Is it on a slant? Yeah, it is. Honestly, I didn't take enough off the legs. I don't want it tilting downwards like that. My food or whatever it is will tilt. But do you see the plan? I think that was ingenious. It gets to come 6 inches my way here and gives me more floor space inside the van because it came backwards, right? So like I said, someone might kick you out. That actually happened. He's just waiting for me at the gate. He just came and got me. He's like, hey. And then he's like, hey. Don't I know you? And I'm like, yeah, I've lived here all my life. He's like, yeah, you used to have those old Dodge vans. I'm like, yeah, I know. I don't now. I have this Express. Well, he says, I have 17 other parks. So you need to go now. I'm like, okay. So let's get out of here. Oh, burn. I'm telling you. I almost had it made, man. I don't know where I'm going to go and do this. I really don't. But he was a nice fella. Like, literally all my stuff is in the back. Did I leave anything? No. Oh, you know, you gotta be good with change when you're in van life. Like, right now, I feel a little bit mixed up. I feel like, you know, like I had to talk to somebody I didn't really want to. We're not gonna get him on camera. Thank you. Whoa, that's a tight one. He left me just enough to get out. Like, I literally don't know where to go and build my van. Okay, so that's a funky purple behind that tree. That messed me up a little bit. So he kicked me out of that park, which is totally fine because it's a gated park. So if you're ever at a real loss of where to do things, go to an arena like an ice skating rink or a rec center with a pool, because they will have a much bigger lot and maybe they're open till 9 or 10 and nobody will really mess with you. So I'm not going to be here too long, but I'm at a big arena somewhere else in the same town and we're just going to continue on. Not too bad. A little bit of a mess. Didn't get to clean up. My tools are kind of everywhere. All right, so we need to figure this out. But what I think we should do is have a hot chocolate, right? Let's have a hot chocolate. Let's jump in and just have a hot chocolate. It looks like that moved while I was driving. So I have that little step that I made. And I modified it and made it shorter. Just before he came and kicked me out of the park. So it's the right depth now. It looks pretty good. I wonder if this will follow me. No. But you can see it's moved. I had it all lined up when I left, so it moves around while you drive. I think the fix for that, once it's all lined up nice again, is I am going to have a hot chocolate and then I'm going to put some brackets in right here and bracket it to this and kind of clean up for the night. That's the hope anyways. Hello, I'm Ellie and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to finish a cabinet a little bit that I got 2 days ago from a guy on Facebook Marketplace. It is a cute little cabinet. It was not what it was meant for. What it was originally meant for was a shoe rack. So I turned his shoe rack, shoe bench, into a little bit of a pantry for my express van. Anyway, so we're going to have a triple O burger today. It's triple O Tuesday. I don't eat out much, but today I really needed a jump start. Some days you don't have time to make a nutritious meal and work on a van, especially in the winter. So I'll show you a little bit of what I've done since the last time I saw you. I'm not letting go of my triple O burger though, I'll tell you. Let's unwrap it. I asked them for extra pickle. So triple O burgers, triple O originals, they come with a sour pickle across the top, and it's so good. I'm telling you, it's a great burger. Yeah, she gave me 2 of them. Awesome. So we're just gonna load up this guy's shoe rack with all my stuff, and it's now a pantry. I grabbed some super cheap bins from Dollarama. Cheap utensils and wooden spoons and a flipper. Looks pretty good to me. I wonder if all my bread maybe will fit into this bin here. Let's load up all my dry stuff. Get it out of the way. Lots of bales of noodle soup, right? Well, live in a van, you be living on some ramens once in a while too. Now there's just vegetables in there. Where do I really want this? Maybe it'll fit in here because it's got another little cubby right down there. I measured the area and I measured the bins when I was in there. So here's one more. I got some adhesive cupboard liner. Maybe I want to put that in later, but honestly, I'm not that fussy about it right now. Going around in his truck. I have a bunch of cereals and dry goods I'm gonna put in there. We'll move that over. I don't think my stove's gonna fit on this part, so I'm not sure what to do with that. But this is awesome. All my cereals, condiments. Oh, crackers down. We're not gonna pick those up. There's some more cereal, crackers, some spices and nuts. It looks like I've almost emptied out that cabinet. So this looks like it'll fit in here. And it does. That's pretty good, really. So that fits in there. Cans, dried cereals, dried soups, utensils. That's a cute little cabinet. $15. Facebook Marketplace. So cute, right? So see what you can get on Facebook Marketplace and look at it in another light. Like it said shoe rack. It said entryway seat, right? And I decided it would be much better off as a pantry because it's nice and skinny for the van this way. It's not very deep, maybe 16. It might be about 20 inches tall and it's about 34 wide. So I love it. $15. Look at that. Just love it. Okay, so what I decided was a piece of birch plywood. It's a nice thickness. It's finished nice, and I'm gonna get him to rip it the perfect size and square for me before I leave. So start the car. Here is our new piece, perfectly square out of birch plywood that he made me, 23.5 long and 16 deep. Beauty. And we got a nice little square section for a later date. Now I'm living with more wood and I'm working in 2 days. It's almost worth going to Chilliwack to dump out my stuff, and that's also scrap. Person gonna make a shelf, a box? I don't know. I'm out of time though. I'm going to work, but let's go pay and get out of here. We're just gonna give it a good sand until it fits in that little slot. I think we're gonna have to sand it quite a bit. We have to sand it to make it fit. We're almost there. It's about half in. Then, well, 3/4, and then it stops right there. So I need to sand it a little more on those edges, and then it'll slide right in there. And you'll see what's gonna happen. It fits nicely now. So it slides in and out. I sanded it a bit extra because it'll expand with the moisture. Because honestly, these cabinet doors don't close. When it's been raining 2 days, they'll stay open. They just swell. So they need a good sanding, but I'm not sanding it inside the van in the winter. So that looks pretty tidy. So let's get to the next stage. Oh, it's hard to see. It's 4 o'clock and it's just so dark right now. It's incredible how dark it is. It wasn't even daylight today, really. Barely. Ah, there goes my inside light. Sorry. Honestly, I can't see anything. I can't even see my pencil marks, truly. So let's do them again. Let's make them darker. Let's make them bigger. Right? Really, look at the day out there. It's just horrible. And this is our daylight. It's almost 4 o'clock. Almost. So let's zap this one in here and that one in there. Like I said before, at some point you gotta pull the trigger. Let's just kind of put it in halfway until we see if that's actually gonna function for us. Because we might have to take it out. I don't think so, though. Honestly, I think this looks pretty tip-top for what a weird idea it is. So, let's try it. Alright. Goes this way. Goes this way. So the screws are too long and they come through the other side of the ship. I'm not sure what to do about that. Need shorter screws in the future. But for now, check this out. See how they're too long for the sheet? I'm not that worried about it. I just wanted to get the project done and just to see. I think it's going to work out just fine. Okay, so we're still building at this mall and we're going to carry on with the second side. I got one side in. Let's do this side. Open the hinge and screw it in there. Load a screw into your screwdriver. Not these ones, because these are the ones that came with the hinges and they're actually pretty garbagey. I have my own, but they're about 1/8 of an inch too long. Fine by me for tonight's purposes. I just want to move on with the project and get it done. I've been thinking about it since we got this little shoe rack turn shelf, right? I thought, wow, how could we make it better? How could we get maximum value and more space out of it, right? And if it doesn't work, who cares? It was a sheet of birch wood that was very small. And 2 really cheap hinges. So like I said, it's too long. I just screwed it into the tabletop. That's funny. Alright, so pick it up off the top there. Put the other one in. Whoa, drop my screw. It's dark out here. Very dark out here. Mid-afternoon and dark. Welcome to the wet coast. Let's just see if it works for the purposes I need it to. That one's kind of crooked. Okay, so what we're gonna do is now we are gonna screw it to there. Ready? All right, we got 4 more of these bad boys. Well, I mean, in theory it should work, right? It really should. And you know what? It was half an hour at Home Depot and half an hour out here, and if it doesn't work, I don't really care. I don't really care. We're just going to put one screw in each side to see if it actually does what it's supposed to do. I'll be excited. I envisioned it in my mind's eye. Ouch, there's already a screw in there, so hey, why not? Yeah. Sure, of course. I hope that's somewhat lined up, really. Alright, let's do this side. Kind of pushing it in with my belly. Trying to make it happen without a third hand. I'm building the van by myself. Are you ready? That looks amazing. Let's take down this side. Well, it's too much to the left because it won't flop in unless I sand it a little bit more, which I'm not going to do. I'll just shift it over to the right. But yeah, it's supposed to be a little more this way. And it'll fold in and I'll have a flop out piece. So now this little area that's 23 by 16 just became 23 by 32. And I need a little bit of a leg there, and I have a 2x2 under my bed, so I probably will do a flop out leg. So honestly, that's amazing. So I'm just gonna shift my hinges a bit to the right and adjust it, because sometimes you do things over and over in a van. All right, so we're gonna continue on with this shoe rack turned pantry into a multi-purpose situation here. And we're gonna put the second part on the top. So we're under this overpass here in a rainstorm on a Sunday, and it's very dark on a January night. So we're gonna quickly try and get this done with what little stuff we have. So this one fits pretty good. I'll put a leg on. This one here, I've sanded multiple times. I've sanded it and it fits pretty good by now. So I think at this point, I'd like to attach some hinges to it. I just need some screws. Screws I have are the smallest I could get. They're 8 5/8. I'm gonna get something a little shorter even and swap them out later, but for tonight's purposes, these will do just fine. All right, let's see if we can complete the task. We'll load the screwdriver with a screw before we even get started. So yeah, I just wanted to use up all of the terrific wood that I bought. I didn't want to have any scraps go to waste, and I just really wanted it to be super useful. So this is what we're gonna do with it. We're gonna put 2 hinges in there. So let's make a mark. Doesn't have to be too fancy. Just would like to attach it to the top. I'm not even going to worry about spacing them evenly. Nothing's going to go on there that's that heavy. Yeah, that should be great right there. Put a mark there. A mark there. We'll make it bigger and darker so I can really see it. And then we'll move. It's about 4 inches in. Looks good to me. Not going to fuss too much with it. Yeah, it looks about the same. Nothing too heavy is going on the top. Put a mark there. Make it bigger and darker so we can see it. Wonderful. All right, now let's put some screws in there. We'll see though. Let's give it a whirl, right? So it goes this way. Right? And we're going to screw the other part of the hinge to the lip that runs along the back, this rail. Theoretically. Let's just go for it. Honestly. So it's going to be about there. There. Right there. We're just going to go for it. It's going to be whatever it is. So let's put on our lid slash backsplash, right? The lid slash backsplash. So we will need 4. And here are 1, 2, 3 screws. Hard to open things with one hand. 1 more. Let's get going. Planet Fitness shower and shrimp stir fry is calling me. This is difficult. Okay, no, it has to go to the left. Get the screwdriver out of there. Pretty soon this interior light's gonna go off, and that's gonna suck badly. All right, let's try it right there. Just tentatively, 1 on each side. Let's just see if we can make 1 on each side and see if the theory is actually gonna work out, right? I theorize that this would be a better way to use my shoe rack. But it might not work out. So is it going to close? That's the first question. Barely. Barely. Yeah. Maybe. Whoa. Okay. Let's put another screw in this side. Let's try this one. Okay, so now it's attached. Now we've committed. It closes. Not so much here, right? Wonder why. It's got to be shifted that way a bit. This hinge has to go back a bit. Yeah. Because it doesn't want to clear. And I don't want to sand it all night long. I'm just done with the sanding. Yeah, that hinge has to move back. So we will take it out. I don't have an interior light. That's a bummer. Let's see if it fits now. Please fit. No. No. Goodness gracious. I'm going to move that one now. Helps if I have it going the right way. Well, it's a little tight on this side now, but it pretty much fits now. Maybe back it off. Move it back a little bit. Tighten it again. Just keep shifting it around. Okay, there we are. There we have it. So it actually functions now, right? It clears the sides, and we have a backsplash on hinges. Awesome. If I want, I'll get a little leg for that, or hydraulic arm, or I'll do something to it. I don't really care, but right now we're just going to keep moving ahead with the goal. What we're going to do is make a front on it, like a false front on a drawer, and that's what we're going to do there. We're going to put this piece in there. Then we're going to have shrimp stir fry and a shower and get ready for our first sleep before work of a new job. All right. Yes, it fits. So that's what I'm going to do there. Okay, I think I get it now. So the hinges have to go on the inside of here. And I bought these, I had these bigger stainless steel hinges, right? Those are $5 for 2 of them. They look like 1.5 inches or something. And then I got these today, just smaller ones to hold this little flap up. These are like, this says 1 inch, so the other one must be 2 inches. So let's see if we can use these. The screws that come with them are nice and short. Maybe I'll reuse those at a later date. Let's put all those in a pile and keep those. All right. They're pretty small, but so is this idea. Oh dear, which way did I put it? I think it was this way, right? You gotta remember which way you had it oriented. If it only fits one way, because you hand sanded it, then it only fits, yes, it's this way. So we are going to put the hinges on the edge right here. And also on the top. Okay? That's how that's gonna be. In the summer, we're gonna deconstruct the van, take all this off, and do a better job. But for right now, this is all I had for a solution. So let's just put one screw in each and see how it works out. All right, does this work at all? Let's see if this idea works. I think I'm just hungry and losing my focus, actually. So if I screw it onto here, right here, which we're gonna do, and then try it. Okay, so I'm not gonna fool around all night here. Let's try it again. I mean, there's only 2 screws in each hinge, not 4, so we could always take it out. So, yeah. And that one goes that way. That way. I don't know, maybe I don't like this idea. I don't know, I was thinking about it at night for a while, so, you know, you never know until you try something, right? You're like, hey, would I like this idea? Would I not? Right? I don't think so. I think I'm just going to make a little rest for that top piece to sit on and not worry about this stupid lid invention. This is kind of dumb, really. Doesn't feel very smart. So, that's what I made. Okay, so it does work in theory. Ow. I've got screws sticking up that are going to hurt me. And it's too tall. Or, hey, that's better. There we go. Yeah, so it does work. So there is our shoe rack turned pantry modified. So now it's got a complete surface across. I'll have to get some shorter screws. And that flips up to be a backsplash. I don't know what I'm going to do with that quite yet. Right? So that's the backsplash. And then this is the fold out. Everything needs little straps and a leg. So that needs a leg. Right? And now it's got a top. And it's got a front to it. So that is that. That is my modified shoe rack turned pantry in December. I hope you all enjoyed it.